Planning a Vietnam and Cambodia tour from India? Stop scrolling. You have just clicked on the perfect video. In the next few minutes, I will take you through a once-in-a-lifetime journey across two of Southeast Asia's most captivating countries, Vietnam and Cambodia. From floating markets and lantern-lit towns to ancient temples lost in the jungle, this itinerary covers it all. But here is something to think about. If you had to choose just one unforgettable experience, would it be sailing through Halong Bay's Emerald Islands or watching the sunrise over Angkor Wat's timeless stones? Let's find out together. Our journey begins in Vietnam, a land divided into three distinct regions, the North, Central and South. Each region feels like a different world. In the north, you will find Hanoi's old world charm, the limestone cliffs of Halong Bay and the peaceful landscapes of Ninh Minh. Central Vietnam brings Da Nang's beaches and the magical lantern town of Hoi An. While the south, Saigon, the Mekong Delta and Phuoc Walk blends modern life with nature's calm. And just across the border lies Cambodia, home to the grand Angkor temples, royal palaces and stories that echo through centuries. But when is the best time to see both countries at their best? The ideal months for Vietnam and Cambodia are November to March, when the skies are clear, the humidity is lower and the weather stays pleasant across both regions. Avoid June to September if you want to skip monsoon showers, especially around central Vietnam. Now that we know when to go, the next question is, how long do you really need to explore both these countries fully? Whether you are planning for a 10-day or 15-day tour to Vietnam and Cambodia, here is an itinerary for each duration. Let's begin with the 15-day tour plan and then I will customize it for 10 days. But please remember, the more days you have, the more comfortably you can explore all the parts of these two beautiful countries. Day 1. Our adventure began in Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. After a 5-hour flight from India and an easy e-visa process, we settled in quickly. That evening, we wandered through the old quarter, filled with street vendors, buzzing cafes, and the aroma of fresh pho. We ended our night by 1 km Lake, where the city slows down under soft lantern lights. Day 2. We spent our second day exploring Hanoi's cultural treasures. We first went to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. Our next stop was the One Pillar Pagoda. Finally, we went to the Temple of Literature, Vietnam's first university built in 1070. Later in the afternoon, we visited Trang Quoc Pagoda, standing gracefully by the lake. We ended the evening at the night market, tasting local snacks and handmade crafts. Day 3. On the third morning, we set out for Halong Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site about 3 hours from Hanoi. Our cruise drifted between thousands of limestone islands, each one rising dramatically from emerald waters. Spending the night on the boat under a sky full of stars felt almost unreal. Day 4. We flew to Da Nang and drove 45 minutes to Hoi An, the lantern town that feels straight out of a fairy tale. In the evening, we walked along the river, released paper lanterns and watched the whole town glow in color. Day 5. The next day, we visited Bana Hills, about 1.5 hours from Hoi An. A scenic cable car ride took us above clouds and valleys to the Golden Bridge, held up by two giant stone hands, one of Vietnam's most iconic sights. We explored the French village flower gardens and enjoyed a playful afternoon at Fantasy Park. Day 6. We then flew south to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam's enigmatic capital of commerce and contrast. We first visited Notre Dame Cathedral. Then we went to the Saigon post office. Day 7. This day was all about life on water. We drove 2 hours to the Mekong Delta, boarded a small wooden boat and glided through narrow canals surrounded by coconut palms. We visited fruit orchards, met locals making coconut candy, and had lunch on a floating restaurant. Day 8. In the morning, we explored the Cu Chi tunnels, an underground maze used during the Vietnam War. Crawling through narrow passages and seeing wartime traps was both thrilling and emotional. By afternoon, we took a short flight to Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, a whole new chapter of our tour. Day 9. We began exploring Phnom Penh, visiting the Royal Palace and Silver Pagoda, symbols of Cambodia's royal past. In the afternoon, we visited the Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum and Killing Fields. Day 10. We drove 5 hours through lush countryside to reach Battambang, a quiet riverside town known for its colonial architecture and art scene. That evening, we strolled through its old streets, enjoyed coffee in a local cafe, and watched daily life unfold slowly. Day 11. This was one of the most fun days. We rode the quirky bamboo train, a simple wooden platform zipping across rice fields. Later, we visited Phnom Penh, where thousands of bats fly out at sunset, a mesmerizing natural show. Day 12. A 3-hour drive brought us to Siem Reap, the gateway to Angkor. That evening, we enjoyed an Apsara dance show where traditional music and graceful movements told ancient Khmer stories. Day 13. We woke up before dawn for the sunrise at Angkor Wat, the world's largest temple complex. The first light touched the temple towers, painting them gold. We then explored Bayan Temple with its mysterious smiling faces. Finally, we explored Ta Phram, where tree roots twist through ancient stones. Day 14. On our last day, we visited Bantesrei, the pink sandstone citadel of women, every carving faint like a delicate piece of art. Day 15. On the 15th day, we headed to the airport in Siem Reap for our flight back to India. Now, if you have only 10 days, here is what to skip. Skip Battambang and travel directly from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap. Keep the rest same. This shorter version still covers the best of both countries, just faster paced. Once your Vietnam-Cambodia itinerary is set, the next step is choosing where to stay for the best experience. In Vietnam, stay in Hanoi's Old Quarter or Ho Chi Minh's District 1 for easy access, Hoi An's ancient town for charm. In Cambodia, opt for riverside stays in Phnom Penh or boutique hotels near Angkor Wat in Siem Reap. Both countries offer options from luxury resorts to budget hostels. For travel, use domestic flights between major cities and cross the border by flight or bus. Local taxis and private cars are best for sightseeing. For online booking links, please check the description box below. And that was our incredible Vietnam and Cambodia tour. 15 days of culture, color, food and timeless beauty. If you loved this tour plan, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more travel guides. And here is my question for you. If you could travel to just one of these two countries, which would you choose? Vietnam's natural charm or Cambodia's ancient soul? Tell me in the comments below. I would love to know.